Well, people, I didn't go all the way up to Lookout. The weather kind of iffy with me. So I'm turning around and going back towards the car. It's awful humid up here. Had a lot of storms up here, I guess, because a lot of trees are down. A couple of landslides I've seen. They were here before. But then a new tree fell down, another one. Kind of rough up here. I'm on White Oak Flats Trail now, going down to Flint Creek Trail, or Rocky Fort Trail. So I'm going down. A lot easier going this way than it is going the other way for sure. But it says be bear wise, and to bring bear spray, and I don't have either one, or bear spray that is. I guess I should invest in a can, just in case. So if I had to run, I'll be lunch. But nice quiet trail. No one's up here except for me and a couple other people that went on another trail. You probably hear my bear bell, which I do have that on my pack. So if I can't be seen, I will be heard. Everything is nice and green and quiet. I need to get out today and soothe my soul. Getting agitated. First, it's too hot to get out. Then I get depressed and don't want to get out. So, got myself out today to enjoy the woods. And the trails and listen to the water, which you hear a little bit behind me. This trail goes up and away from the water. Now we're going back down to Rocky Fort Trail, and we go right next to the water with some cascades and little scenery, which is a little bit different. Look at that. Beautiful. Rocky Fort is never disappointing. If you're in this area and you want to go for a nice stroll, I suggest Rocky Fort. All the hills, all the trails and stuff are moderate. They're not really anything real strenuous. And if you're confined to a wheelchair, Rocky Fort has a paid program for power wheelchairs, and most of the trails around here are wheelchair accessible. They're all terrain, so if you got a creek that has a bridge and the chair is too wide for the bridge, you just go to the creek and don't have to worry about anything. that's one nice thing with that the Department of Parks done, is providing wheelchairs at various parks around the state, I guess, that you can rent. Oh, excuse me, they're free to use. Just make call and make reservations of what time you're going to be there. I guess they meet you at the parking lot with a chair for you, and they show you how to operate, I guess. That's for the people that can't get out or walk too long. That's an option they can take to get out and enjoy the nature instead of walking and taking the chance of falling if you're not able to walk real well. There's one little note I want to put in there for anyone that's interested or can't get out. That's one option you have. It's called Rocky Fort State Park, and make arrangements for it and go from there. I haven't seen one out here yet, but they just started this year. I'm not out here like every day, and the trails are wheelchair accessible, and I guess they gotta be charged up pretty good. So if I wasn't able to get out and walk, I would definitely check into that. I keep telling people, as long as I can stand up, the legs are going to walk. If I'm not able to walk, then I'll find a way to get out in the woods and enjoy nature. We let too many things get by us and miss too many things by using excuses not to get out, such as can't walk when they have accessible opportunities for people to use to get out and enjoy the trails and nature. They offer them here, and they offer the wheelchairs, I believe, at Warrior State Park. I think they have them out there too. Warrior State Park is in Kingsport, for some people that may not know, and Rocky Fort State Park is in Flag Pond, Tennessee, which is right almost at the North Carolina line. Almost coming to the fork now. I just said that the trails are wheelchair accessible, and right here says it is. So there you go. And if you get tired, you can sit down right there. Let's check down here, see what's down in this little trail here. Just the water. Oh, there's another tree down. Look like that one been down for a while. But there's Rocky Fort Creek. And there's a bunch of small streams that runs into this creek. I forget how many creeks they say that runs into this creek in their various places, but there's quite a few. More than you can name. They have a name for a couple of them. I cannot remember the names right now. But if you ever come up this way and want to go on a night hike, they have a full moon hike every about every month. And then they have other hikes That's during the daytime or morning time, afternoon time a little bit. And Ranger Corey and Ranger Jeff, that's the two rangers that usually does the hikes. There's one new ranger, Amanda, I think her name is. I think she's doing it too, but she's only going to be here for a little while. And she's moving on to different parks. I believe the red tags on the trees are trees that have been treated to get rid of a bug they have that's been killing a lot of the hemlocks in this area, and they've inject some kind of chemical in there to kill the weed, to kill the bugs and not the tree. But there's several of them over in Yanaka Mountains. Yanaka is an Indian word for white, and then mountain. And the Indians, Yanaka Mountains, is the White Mountains. Because back in the day, all those Yanaka Mountains were full of hemlock trees that had white blooms. And the whole mountain you look at was white. And that's where the word Yanaka came from the Indians. That's white, and then the mountains. Which makes sense. And by the way, Yanaka Mountains are beautiful. A little bit higher elevation than we are now. I think it's right at 4,500 feet, I think it is. And we're not quite that high here. Beautiful up there though. And Mountain City, they have a couple nice waterfalls there. I have yet been to them yet. I've seen signs going to them. So one day, I'll get the nerve and go up to see them. I'm mostly a solo person, so I don't like to go a lot of places by myself. In case something happens. I'm getting a little bit older now. I hear someone. They're making use of the water to cool off with. Gotta watch out for snakes. I've seen a couple of snakes up here. Just a black snake and a water snake, but no copperheads. They had copperheads up here having a fight. They're kind of weird to see two snakes stand on their tails having a fight, but they do. Kind of neat to watch. This is a big, big rock. Rock face, I should say. And somewhere around here, without the leaves on the trees, you can see the Blackstaff Cliffs. They're up in that area somewhere. I can't see any right now because of the leaves. But then we have Blackstaff Cliffs here, and we have White House Cliffs at the other end that you get access that trail and the parking lot. And that's I think a 2 mile hike there and back. And you see all of Rocky Fort watershed and all the mountains, Yanaka Mountains and Bald Mountain, all those around there. I try to get that trail, but no, not yet. If I had someone with me, it'd be a little bit different, but like I said, I don't like to get out away from the house by myself too much. In case something happens, anything can happen. This is some more little cascades up there. And come down here. They had a couple landslides up here. And Ranger Jeff was telling us about it. Came up here one day and they had equipment up here from Bays Mountain because they needed bigger equipment to get the stuff out of the trails. And we're coming up on those pretty shortly here. There's more cascades. Right here, during the nighttime, during love bug season, or no, lightning bug season, in the summertime, all this is filled with, I believe, ghost lightning bugs, which they're like blue, and the whole face right there is blue. They were blue. Right up there is a spring. So all this water that comes down, when it's wet enough to come down, it has pure water. You can actually drink it. I don't think I would, but you can. If worse things come to worse. There's another cascade. Beautiful. The soothing sound of the water running down through the rocks. Such a peaceful sound. There's some nice rocks there. I might have mentioned this before, but Rocky Fork was created by an earthquake. Hundreds of thousands of years. And that's where all the boulders just broke off. That's how it formed the creek. Right here is one of the landslides that I mentioned. They had a couple. There's one. You see this part of the mountain's gone. And Rocky Fork trail maintainers are right on the spot when it comes to problems in the trail. Just beautiful, peaceful. Look at these trees. My gosh. This little trail goes out to the creek a little bit more, and got some nice cascades down through there. We'll walk down there and show you. Big rock. Hey, they got steps down here now. They didn't have those last time. But it's kind of wet, so I don't think I'll go down there. This is a short spur trail. Kind of rocky up here, which holds up to his name, Rocky Fort. I guess this tree came down last couple of days, I guess. Had some storms up this way. Like I said, close to North Carolina. And they had some pretty rough storms up here. And it knocked the tree down. Here come some people. Some people on the trail just enjoying nature too. Here's the other ant landslide I talked about. This is where the maintainers had to come from Base Mountain because they didn't have anything big enough here to get the tree out of the way, which is right there. Kind of weird to talk about landslides at a park. Here comes more people. This is the other landslide I talked about. It happened back in the spring, I believe. And good thing for Base Mountain is close by. They can help out. Glad they do. There's some more cascades. Now the drive coming up to Rocky Fort, up Rocky Fort Road, is a beautiful little road. They got cascades after cascades after cascades. All the way up. I guess that's why it's so beautiful. I never seen them dry, which is a good thing. And here they are. That's pretty steep there. Got a nice cascade over there. Now we're approaching the end of the trail. So I'll cut it off here. If you like what you see, like and subscribe to my page, Donald Honor, at YouTube_58, and you can find my videos up there.